Hello and welcome back to Mars Live. Yes, we are live. We are a little late here. We had this stream scheduled for 8 o'clock, but your man's been working hard at some things and completely forgot. But I'm here on the scene now, and we're going to be talking about some Storm Arena Jack Hanma, or should I say Jack Hammer pre-order teaser reveal. And of course, we're going to be talking about Wondercon Jada toys. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I do apologize for everyone who did tune in initially and commented down below. It does mean a lot. Big apologies on my end, but we're here now. So hopefully you all are tuning in as we are live now. But yeah, let's just go through the comments anyways here. Where are you? I'm here now. What time is it right now? So about 3 hours later, but I'm here. Let's see. How do we do? Spaded was in here. Shout out Spaded for showing up. Shout out Kenny Maru. And if you hear my cat in the background, I apologize. Let's see what we can do here. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, we can just do that. I think that sounds okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. Spaded one, he showed up. Cool guy. R.I.P. Mars. I'm here. I'm here. Dale's in the house. Spaded again. We got Frankie, Khaled. Who else? We got Poop Cake. We got Alex in the chat. And then we've got Kenmaru. Okay. Is there any predictions for Jack? I didn't catch any information when Baki was released. What are we talking about for predictions? Are we talking about accessories, head sculpts, release dates, price? Poop Cake, you showed up. Welcome back. You're late, pal. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for keeping you all waiting. I was just checking my phone. I was like, oh man. Oh wow, the stream is supposed to go live today. Let's see, stopwatch, blue hand timer. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this Jack. And while we're doing that, well, not even Jack. You know what? Let's see here. Let's just focus on the chat right now and see what everyone's doing. I mean, everything related to the release. I would say, just based off of the information on Storm Collectibles website, one moment here. Okay, so you can see we've got a Q4 release in Bison, and then we also have EPO, another Q4 release. But for Storm Arena, we're still waiting for a Q3 release potentially, and we're waiting for a Q4 release potentially as well. So who knows? It could be a Q3 release. That would be shocking, but a Q4 is more likely. Spaded one, welcome. Yes, I'm alive. I'm here. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. This is going to be a good rewatch for everyone who missed out initially the first time. It might be shocked, that we made it in. So I do kind of want to switch gears. Oh, Viral Virginia. What up, man? What up? Welcome in. I do kind of want to switch gears and talk about Jada for a moment because, man, this is a bit of devastating news coming from, Jada Toys themselves. No exclusive for WonderCon this year. And I think there's another comment somewhere about no new reveals or anything like that. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Let's see. For the update on the figures, Invincible and Scooby-Doo. Okay, so that's something. Maybe we'll see Invincible. I mean, it would be great for them to show off Invincible. I don't know what they could show off now that would be different because they've already showed off the packaging. We've already seen the figures, so we know what the accessories look like in terms of a render, but we haven't seen the physical thing. So maybe that's something we could see at the WonderCon for Invincible. I just don't see them not showing nothing for Invincible when season 4 is, like, literally going on right now. So let's wait and see, but hopefully Invincible is gonna be showcase something. And then for Street Fighter Alpha 3, I would just be happy to see the characters make it to the show. Like to see Ryu, Chun-Li, Charlie. I would be satisfied if they're on display. If they're not even at the show, that would be a bit of a bummer, in my opinion. What do you all think? Are we excited for WonderCon Jada toys? Are you excited to see if there's going to be any new pre-orders? Maybe we're going to get a pre-order finally for Zangief and for T-Hawk. Viral says, I mean, they'll obviously be on display. Which ones? The Street Fighter ones? Because I hope so. I know Akuma, E Honda, Balrog, those are going to be on display with their packaging, of course, to be sold at the events. But I'm because I can't remember last year's WonderCon, so maybe we'll have to go and look at that in a second here. Because I don't remember if they had any new prototype, well, not even prototypes, but just any current prototypes revealed at that event or on display. Let's see. The J, here, my man. Thanks for showing up. I know you're excited for Jack. The alpha figures. Yeah, I really do hope they're on display. That would make me happy. I'm not expecting a new reveal for the alpha line. We don't know how that's going to go, but just to see them at the event would be great for me. But yeah, let's go down memory lane. So they just had the Vega on display. See, but look at that. It looks like there wasn't on display Akuma, E Honda, Balrog. They weren't even on display. So how do we know like the alpha figures are going to be on display? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying like I would be happy if they're there. Is this what's all the Scooby-Doo? Okay, Mega Man. See, we did get another reveal, and it was this guy right here, Frosty the Snowman. And then, yeah, Vega, that's it. Okay, nope. We got Guile. So they did have a Jada. All right. Oh, wait, no. So, yeah. We don't know if it's going to be on display or not. Spaded One says, I just don't see Jada Alpha stuff being better than Storm Arena. I agree. I'm down to be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. Wish they weren't doing the same game. Yeah, it'd be better if they were doing like Third Strike. I feel like Third Strike could take off for Jada, like it did for Ultra Street Fighter 2. They should do that. Yeah, Third Strike, I agree. And I'm curious if you all down below, you know, if you did the SH Figure survey, which games did you vote for? I voted for Alpha. You already know that. I voted for Alpha. I want more competition, more of the same figures. Those cereals mascots can get tough. Let's see. Okay, yeah, from Third Strike, Ibuki. I think that's like the girl with the short hair and she does karate. Dudley would be pretty cool. I'm really liking like the boxer aesthetic now. You know, we saw it with Balrog. Now we got Ippo with the boxing. I think Dudley would be pretty cool. Elena figure, yeah, her too. Goat status goes to whichever company does EX plus Alpha. Well, doesn't that count for Storm? They did Skullomania. I mean, doesn't he count? I know that's EX layer, but isn't that like the same thing? Ibuki is the ninja. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Let's go ahead and look at some Third Strike then. Hold on. Why not learn a little bit about it tonight? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what could be down the line. That happens quite often. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Mm, let's see. Am I like? Is it third strike Street Fighter, or is it Street Fighter third strike? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? Let's see if we can find. All right, so that's what we're looking at there. Okay, cool. Oh, Makoto is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's who it is. Complete disappointment in Jada for WonderCon. No exclusives for Street Fighter 2. Yeah, I mean, it's just falling by the wayside at this point. And if the rumors are true, if the opposed leaks are true, that T-Hawk is not going to release until next year and Zangief won't either, then man, they did say they were prioritizing Invincible. We first saw Invincible last year at the San Diego Comic-Con. We got the reveal. We then saw the set again at the New York Comic-Con. It was the same display or same prototype set. Then at the London WonderCon, we saw Invincible already with like the packaging and renders. So it seems like they're shelving Street Fighter probably for the rest of the year, and we're going to be getting Invincibles here on out. So let me know, how do you feel about that? Invincible is here to stay, taking over, priority for Jada Toys. Storm Disc Mania, I have him. Love that figure. I agree, man. That is a great figure. But I need Doctor and Dark. Yeah, Doctor and Dark, that's a cool design. I would like to see how Storm would handle that. Let's see. Musashi will potentially get a mold or finished figure reveal on Saturday with anime event this weekend. Line will probably have him, Retsu, and Motibi. Okay, I know Motibi is the one guy who is going to be challenging Musashi. I haven't finished the series, but I know Motibi does show up, and he's like, yeah, I'm here to fight. But no, that would be cool if there was a Musashi reveal this weekend. That'd be pretty badass. Really would have loved to get Blue Blanca from Jada. Yeah, I thought they were doing that, or was that the glow in the dark one they're doing? I thought they had a blue one, but I don't know. And that's the thing with Storm. You can see the pattern right now. Like, all of his player twos are out now, right? They released one figure and they completely finished the figure, like the character, I should say. They released one character and now they completely finished the character. So on the bright side, we don't have to worry about any event going forward of a random Ken exclusive. Whereas like with Jada, it could be anything. Most likely, apparently it's going to be an Akuma. We'll have to wait and see. But that's what I like, the approach of Storm Arena, that they're going completely through the character before focusing on releasing other characters. That's great for them. Yo, what's good? Goji boy, welcome in. Let's see. Viral Virginia says, wasn't that from some weird website? I'm not sure. Are you talking about what we're just on? And with the same weekend event, that's when I expect Jack's pre-order. Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. I will say a Jack pre-order on Friday is likely. They already teased it. There is a pattern. Storm has a pattern, and that's why you can kind of predict these things, right? Like Akuma, we called it a pre-order teaser. What happened like the following week or the week after? We got the pre-order. So it's repeating again with Jack. And that's what I like about them. They're very, they communicate in their own way, but you get constant information through them, which is quite impressive, honestly. So again, kudos to them for that. Mars, can you agree that Jada just doesn't care for Street Fighter like they used to? I think it's obvious Storm Arena has taken their sales, or has tanked their sales. I mean, I guess either or could be said. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, they're already at the finish line for Ultra Street Fighter 2. If I'm in June's shoes, I'm like, okay, like we've only got like 4 more characters left, and then we're done, and we're gonna complete the mission, right? And it's like, yeah, we can show our Street Fighter stuff. Now, remember, apparently, they did not know about the Storm Arena Alpha line. Okay, they didn't know. Capcom knew, which Capcom, they're a trip, aren't they? They're real crazy. They didn't invite Jada to the Capcom Cup, so yeah, Capcom's a trip. Anyways, they didn't know about Alpha from Storm. Storm is almost legendary. So when you see him pull up, when you see them pull up, it's kind of like, okay, well, it's not really worth engaging. It was good to see that June did come out and say, like, we're sticking to Alpha. So that's like reassuring and that's great. But that doesn't mean it has to be a priority. You understand? And that's like the big difference. So now that we know that Invincible is like taking the priority, and so too are other IPs, it's like, hey, we're gonna finish Ultra Street Fighter 2 and we're gonna do what we said we were going to do. And then when the time's right, they're gonna bring us Alpha. So to know that we're not getting any new reveals at WonderCon, it does kind of suck, but they haven't gotten us accustomed to that. There's no pattern there for Jada to do that. So it's okay. But hopefully this year's San Diego Comic-Con is going to be great. And that's usually their greatest show of the year. That's their biggest show. And then whatever is shown at that event will probably be shown at the New York Comic-Con. But what you also need to know is that the New York Comic-Con, they did reveal a new wave that had like Daphne and the other 2 villains too. So we'll have to wait and see, but it does suck for WonderCon. Ultimately, yes, I do agree that Storm pretty much tanked the sales for Jada, and I was pretty much giving you the backstory as to why they're not going to focus on Street Fighter. So let's see. Invincible, LOL. What is this nonsense ahead of Street Fighter? Complete madness. Storm will become my favorite on here on in. Yeah, Storm is definitely, if you're new to Storm, trust me, man. I know they can be hit or miss sometimes with the QC and things like that. That honestly is nothing new. Seriously, I know it sounds like it is, but it's not. Storm in the past. Now, the whole thing, like with getting 2 hands and 2 feet, that is something that is new, and I think that's something you're going to encounter at like the price. And I hate to say that, but that's just, I feel like there's so much mass production of these products that, yeah, sometimes things slip by, or hell, sometimes the employees does it on purpose. I saw someone post a story and they had 2 right feet for Sagat. Sometimes the employees do that shit on purpose. Like, it happens. These things happen. But yeah, Storm, they have a great future ahead of them. Awesome IPs to come, new updated sculpts to come, and I'm just very excited, man. And you all should be too. Pickle would Pickle would be a really good slot to take up for the Bakido line to give it more flexibility. I would agree with that, but this is a spoiler alert, so I'll give you a few moments. Okay, so apparently at the end of the Bakido series, it leads to a fight with Pickle. Pickle returns at the end of the series, so he's not even in season 1. So I don't think that's going to be the case. If we're going to get a Pickle figure, it is going to be first released under Son of Ogre. And because we have Son of Ogre, it's kind of like, they're double dipping, and it's great for them. It's great for us too, because all of these characters, like I mentioned in the video, have been revealed in Son of Ogre. All the characters that you want, that I want, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 being Miyamoto and Motibi, okay? So Son of Ogre's got us covered. That's how we're going to get our Pickle. Leak about the Hulk release. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. So that website, it was a bit sketchy, not going to lie. But here we are. I mean, in the latest interview with June, well, I don't know if it's the latest, but the one that was in New York Comic-Con, he pretty much said all of the figures that were revealed at the San Diego Comic-Con, their goal was to have all of those figures up for pre-order before the first half of 2026. Time is running out. Spada says, I'm stoked to see some more Baki figs, but I truly hope they continue with the regular scale stuff. Yeah, for the regular scale stuff, I'm expecting Hanayama. I feel like that's what we need as a Hanayama regular scale, where you can put his suit on, take his suit off. You take off his suit, he's fully tatted on the back. We had that really small, what was it, like a 3-inch Hanayama figure that just came out, and you've got Hanayama, there's Retsu, there's Yujiro, Baki, everybody. And that Hanayama doesn't have his suit. It's just him and his thong with his tattoos on his back and his scars and stuff. So I would love to see that from Storm. I think Storm probably is going to release that under their big scale for Hanayama before we see it in Storm Arena. But hell, even if we saw it in Storm Arena, I'd be pretty stoked for that. Is this the longest we've went without an exclusive? I think so for Jada. I think the last exclusive they had was Cammy, November of last year. So it's been about 5 months or something like that. Why is BBTS getting Nash before Dan? Oh, I didn't know that. Are they? That would be sick. Because I wonder if now they're trying to, like, Storm is trying to get it to where it's like a worldwide release, similar to what you get with Premium Bandai, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Premium Bandai, if you shop SH Figure Arts, when you shop with them and you live in the States, you get the figure first before Japan. Even though it says worldwide release, you get it first in America. So that would be pretty cool if Storm can get it to where the figure releases on Thursday, and then you can pretty much pick it up on Sunday or Monday of the next week. That would be great for them. And technically, you should be able to do that with Image Anime. So make sure, again, if you haven't checked out Image Anime, go check them out. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and see real quick. So BBTS has Nash, huh? Let's see about that. Or maybe they're getting Nash, right? Okay, still up for pre-order, right? And then you come over to Image Anime, check it out. Gotta love that purple background, purple set. Before we continue, does Capcom own the term Gamerverse? Figure Arts and Legends both use that branding, and it seems pretty specific. Yeah, that's because it's Marvel Gamerverse. That's Marvel's thing. That's why it's like that. So you have, if Storm was releasing Marvel characters, they would probably call it like, well, Marvel Gamerverse Storm Arena. How do you know that Sagat was specifically on purpose? What do you mean? One more time for me, because I'm not. Is that for me? It's unbelievable. We still do not have Jada P2 for Sagat, Vega, or DJ yet. At this rate, they are going. Will never probably have. Wait, huh? At the rate, okay, I'm sorry. At the rate they are going, it will probably be never. Yes, that is true. And that's going to be unfortunate, honestly. Very unfortunate if that were to happen. And it's just like, when people look back on this in 10 years, people are going to be shocked. In 10 years from now, when people look back, they're going to be like, yeah, damn, what was I thinking? I'm like, yeah, bro, we was day one on this. Just give me dang Retsu with swappable leg peg, damn it. And that's probably likely. If you've seen my Yujiro Hanma review, the leg pops off and it does look like Retsu's leg. I'm not going to lie. We'll bring that up in just a moment here. But no, I wanted to bring up Image Anime to show you all that they have Nash in stock right now, ready to ship. So it's a bit pricier, you know, 45 versus 30. So it's about $15 more. But look at how early you're going to be getting this figure. Remember, this figure just released last Thursday. You can already get it. I'm getting mine on Friday. Okay. Other people, They have Nash right now. And here's the craziest part. Check this out. Other people have Nash right now and they like want to review it, take photos, whatever the case may be. But it's like, why go directly through Hong Kong at this point if Image Anime is going to save you so much money? Because if I wanted to get Nash, right, and to review that figure, maybe a day or two, like maybe 2 to 3 days after its release, it's $140 for me. It's a lot of money for a $50 figure, for a $34 figure, $30 figure. That's a lot. But Image Anime really coming through. So if you want to be a reviewer, Image Anime is a good place to go, especially if they can keep up this consistency. Again, I did reach out to them, and their goal, their plan is to get these figures in pretty much a week after Hong Kong. Okay. So that's going to be it for Image Anime. Now let's go ahead and check out this Hanayama review, nature review. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. All right. Okay, all right. Shinakuma says, I never doubted Storm. I was collecting their collectibles line from 2017. Okay, we got an OG, a day one. But I feel they have just strengthened their position even further now. Exactly. That's a good way to look at it. And I haven't started, or I didn't start until 2020. So cool, man. That's awesome. I don't know if we can count on a DJ player too. Yeah. For Storm Arena Baki exclusives, they could totally do a shirtless Yujiro with extra faces. It'd make a killer Kit Bash with Tattoo Hanayama 2 as one. Yeah, I agree. And that's actually like, I feel like that's the most likely and logical exclusive to come out of the Baki line. Probably first would be Yujiro without his shirt on, or maybe Baki in his red trunks, like his solid red trunks from Bakido. But then again, that could be an exclusive, a regular release under Bakido. So yeah, I think you got a point there. Yujiro exclusive and Hanayama exclusive without his suit on. Those are good options. BBTS just sent me an email for Nash. Oh, okay. So they're going to be getting him soon. So, hey, maybe things are going to be shifting. I just feel bad for those like, spending a lot of money on this stuff, bro, because I was going to do it. I actually did it. And I was like, nah, I got to cancel. I can't. I was like, that's too much, man. Now when Image Anime is right here, a third of the price I would have paid, $100 cheaper I would have paid. I was like, nope. Image Anime, that's the one to go with. All right, I don't know if they'll do shirtless Yujiro as an exclusive. I feel like, I don't know. It's possible. We'll have to wait and see. I can't remember right off the bat what was different with the other Yujiro exclusive. I can't remember. Oh no, the other Yujiro exclusive that came out with the glass set had the ripped t-shirt in the back. That's what that was. Go into the playlist. Make sure you check it out. Yujiro. There he is. Yeah, we'll just watch this while we're talking, for the review. You can watch the Baki reviews here. Just look at my Arena Yujiro, and Storm could only reuse the forearms and shirt and hands for a shirtless variant. That's true. Storm Arena is an amazing gateway drug, for real. I started with them, and now I'm hooked on the regular scale stuff too. Came home with Balrog today. I think Balrog has a pretty good sale right now on BBTS. Is that where you got it from? Was BBTS? I mean, BBTS isn't that far behind when you compare how they usually do, exactly. So, hey, like I said, if Storm can get it to where it's a worldwide release and, folks pay $100+ to have it in days, or folks can play half of that or, a fraction of that and have it in, like, 5 days versus maybe for BTS, if they get it by the second week of April, you know what I mean? Like, that would be a pretty cool, like, stagger release way of looking at it. So you can pay a top dollar for 2 days, or you can pay, a fraction of that for 5 days, or if you wanna wait a week or 2, like, you know what I mean? That's how the demand is right now. Pretty wild. Yeah, Nash, honestly, it's like, for all we know, like I said, this is gonna wrap up the Street Fighter. So maybe now they're gonna focus in on other IPs, and that's why they're trying to push it, like, everywhere all at once, at one time, nearly. And it's probably gonna go back to usual after the Nash release. Oh, let's see, picked up some collectibles, uh, Mortal Kombat 3 skin, DVT Saturday, the vendors are what was that usually going for? Like 150, right? Got the Sub-Zero. Oh, okay. Yeah, the MK3. I just wanna see those, I wanna see those, I wanna see those in the Storm Arena scope. Hopefully, apparently Mortal Kombat's coming out with a new game, and there's, like, different projects coming. We got the movie coming. Todd McFarlane's doing his thing, so maybe Storm, maybe after a year, the license will be available to them. That would be pretty cool. Exclusive usual has battle damage. Yeah, like his shirt and stuff is good. Jada says, I think you up at earlier. Oh, Jada, but I like. Yeah, so is he there? Like, do you see the owner in there? Probably not, right? I guess he has people in there, like, selling for him. That would be cool. I think your mic is alright, how is this? Is this better? Check 1, 2. Uh, Son, welcome in. Charlie is out. We're just talking about that. Sounds like maybe, Storm is trying to do a worldwide release going forward. Oh, let me make sure the volume and music sounds good. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Alright, Turtle Busters, welcome in. Charlie said, Charlie, they said, was on the water, so not here yet. Okay, no word on Dan. Man, that would be crazy if Dan somehow becomes rare because Nash isn't out. That'd be wild. But what the craziest part is, you know, you can always go to Image Anime. Let's see if they have Dan in stock. I like how they have this tab like that. That's cool. That looks good because whenever the Triple N went up for pre-order or no, for buy now, I had this whole page saved, like Storm Arena, that's it. But exclusive pop up. Now that we're seeing the Storm Arena tab here, that's pretty awesome. Damn, shout out to Image Anime. They're really going in. Dan is there. So look, what do you wanna do? You wanna wait for BBTS or you wanna get Dan? Yeah, the owner is in there, Andrew, super nice dude. The store, has a showroom vibe, killer stuff in there. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. That's cool that he's in there too. Girl says, "What up, everybody?" Yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're gonna go live at 8. I've gotten the way, a little late, but we're here now and we're live talking about some anime, Storm Arena. We got the review going, and we're just checking out. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for tuning in. And let's move to the bottom right now. you haven't watched this review in your YouTube channel, go watch it. Like, not too loud. Yeah, let's see if we can find where the leg pops out. Oh, damn, I might not have shown it. Oh, okay, yeah. So you can see it there. There you go. There's your Retsu. Hold on. Because they could probably use the like same legs for Seeking. Boom. Right there. I don't know who would be revealed next. So I think Retsu would be on the priority list. Maybe because you know what happens in the series that could lead to being the next reveal behind Biscuits. What do you all think if Retsu was to be revealed next for the Baki line, including Miyamoto? Miyamoto is also going to be revealed. That's a no-brainer. All right, so let's now go and do. Let's take a look at the Baki review. This was done in Central Park, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Funny story is, this area, this picnic table was the first one I came across. I had one goal going in to the New York Comic Con, going into Central Park, and that was to have the first ever Storm Arena nature figure review. So, as I'm walking into the park, which is a very big park, I'm just looking for the first bench I can find. Now, you can't see them, but you can probably hear them. Right behind me, there was a full-blown volleyball game going on with about 6 people. But, like I said, I was going for the first bench I can find, first picnic table I can find. I found it, and here we go. This is it. This was just after the New York Comic Con, the day after, and it was actually a really good time. Shoot, it's been a while since I've seen this review. There's a dog popping up in the background. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Whoa, whoa, what? Wait a second. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, everyone's still there. All right, just give me a moment. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not seeing the comments right now coming through. Let me see here. Let's see. Won't buy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYards. The comments stop coming in. So let's see. Where did we left off at? Okay, so we have cool guys saying still waiting on Benimaru though. Yeah, Benimaru, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that figure. I think it's gonna be one of the best KOF figures to come out of the three, and I'm excited for that one. Let's see. Yo, Mike extra messed up. LOL. For real? Hold on. All right. How is everything sounding now? I'm still not getting the comments on my end on StreamYard. So I'm just checking. Hey, I bought Baki with my Baki care in at the 1995 one where he had the scarred body. Oh, okay. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that would be nice if Storm actually released like a 1995 Baki, like from that old school anime. I'd be down for that. Air Master says, "Hey, what's good?" Alpha waving his hand. I'm here. I don't know what happened. That was pretty wild. Oh my god, bro, says Bauer, Virginia. How is it now? Is my mic okay? If you guys can hear me. And then Turtle Buster says, if Storm makes a rival school, I'd buy the KOF for Capcom versus SNK. But I also don't want them to take on another license till Street Fighter is done. But yeah, we don't know how far they're going to go into Street Fighter. Hopefully, they're going to do the whole roster at this rate that they're going. And it seems that Street Fighter for them is a priority. They could potentially release a lot and finish. And I would love to see them pick up another SNK title. I mean, Samurai Showdown would be pretty cool. What else is there? KOF, Rival School. Okay, we got the comments back now, so we can see. So yeah, not sure what happened there. Hope the audio and everything sounds good. We're gonna end the stream just because I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, thank you all for showing up. Sorry for the late stream. Sorry for the late night. Again, I was laying in bed like, oh, okay, let me just go through some comments. And then I realized, oh man, I just missed the stream. I need to get on here. So thank you all for showing up. I appreciate the support. And we've got a lot more coverage to come for Storm Arena. Jada Toys, it looks like things are going to be a bit stale for a while. Invincible, we will be covering here on the channel. I'm a fan of Invincible, so you can expect that. And oh, we got Khaled. He's saying, "Hey, hey here, hope here. We hope Jack Hammer is most excellent work, badass Baki fan, and Karen Kenzuki from Street Fighter Alpha 3 edition straight up project characters. Yes, they're coming, man. It's all coming. Jack Hammer, hopefully pre-order on Friday, hopefully a Q4 release. I would be extremely happy if Storm would be able to pull that off. And then we've got the J, of course. Of course, man, love this channel so much. Well, thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you all for tuning in. And we will see you all very soon. Could be tomorrow. It could be Friday. We've got a lot of reviews coming up too. So stay tuned to that. We've got Spider-Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Nash. Everybody's coming. So thank you all. And we'll see you all on the next M.A.R.S Live.